Is low attendance at your office hour an issue for you? Do you feel like the office hour sessions are not as useful or productive as they could be for you and your students? In this video, I will discuss 10 mistakes that teachers should avoid in order to create valuable and memorable office hour experiences. Hello everyone. If you work in a higher education institution, it is likely that you are required to hold office hours. The main reason for this requirement is to build a relationship between faculty and students and help students succeed. However, in many colleges, both instructors and students often have negative perceptions of the usefulness of office hours. Attendance at office hours is often low, leading faculty to question their effectiveness. While office hours can provide an excellent opportunity for students to get help and potentially improve their academic performance, the reality is that most students do not attend. To maximize the benefits of office hours, it may be helpful to consider ways that make them more appealing and accessible to students. First, let's examine why students do and do not attend office hours. Some reasons that bring students to office hours include wanting to discuss class content, seeking clarifications on assignments, inquiring about academic performance, and seeking advice. On the other hand, research has shown that some reasons that students do not attend office hours include feeling that the professor is intimidating or unfriendly, worrying that they have nothing important to say, office hours not fitting into their schedules, not needing help, and believing that all questions can be answered through email. To create a valuable office hour experience for your students, here are 10 mistakes to avoid. Mistake number 1, not explaining the purpose of office hours. Many students and even some professors may see office hours as nothing more than a Q&A session outside of the classroom. This narrow understanding can discourage students from attending if they do not have specific questions and if they believe all their questions can be answered through email. Make sure to clearly elaborate that effective office hour conversations go beyond assignment-oriented questions. These can include topics such as relevant courses and programs of study, career advice, strategies that work particularly well for this class and in the college, and helping students develop persistence. Office hours can also be an opportunity for students to practice professional skills before entering the workforce. Mistake number 2, not incorporating stories from office hours in class sessions. Sharing interesting stories or questions that students ask during office hours can be a great way to increase attendance at future office hours. It can also reinforce the benefits of office hours and give students an idea of the type of conversations that occur during office hours. So proactively promote office hours and encourage students to attend by sharing these stories in class. Mistake number 3, presenting yourself as busy to your students. As a professor or instructor, you may be juggling a lot of responsibilities. But it is important to present yourself as approachable and available to your students. Here are some tips to help you do that. 1. Make time for students before and after class. By lingering for a few minutes before and after class, you can show students that you are available to chat and answer questions. 2. Respond to students' emails in a timely manner. This shows students that you value their time and are willing to engage with them outside of class. 3. Avoid telling or implying that you are too busy to talk. While it is understandable that you have a lot on your plate, it is important to make students feel welcome and encouraged to come to your office hours. Mistake number 4, not using an online scheduler. Online schedulers are a huge time savers for you and your students. I use the online scheduler Calendly, but there are other services available as well. With Calendly, you can easily set up your office hours and allow students to schedule appointments. This saves you the time and efforts of going back and forth with students via email to find a mutually convenient time. Calendly also sends you notifications and reminders via email, so you will always know when you have an appointment coming up. Overall, online schedulers are a huge time saver and can make your office hours more efficient and effective. So give one a try and see how it can benefit you and your students. Mistake number 5, your office is not welcoming to come to. One way to make your office more appealing is to consider the interest of your students and customize the space accordingly. I remember in one of my professors' offices with whom I took a children's literature class, there were hundreds and thousands of fascinating, colorful children's books. Another professor had different coffee and tea options in her office, and she offered students to have some, which was really cool. When talking about office hours in class, show some pictures from your office to encourage students to visit. You can also play music during office hours to set the tone and create a more relaxed atmosphere. Also, displaying pictures of you, your family, and places you visited and telling stories about them can help create a personal connection with your students and make your office more welcoming. By taking these steps, you can create an office space that is inviting and appealing to your students. Mistake number 6, not providing a list of possible questions or topics for students to discuss during office hours. One of the main reasons that the students report not attending office hours is that they don't know what to talk about. To address this, you can provide a list of examples of questions and topics that the students can ask during office hours. These can include questions about course content, study tips and resources, ideas for upcoming assignments, reviewing drafts, asking about relevant courses or potential career opportunities in the field. Depending on your course and past experiences with the students during office hours, you can create a list of these topics and make them available on your course site. This can help students feel more prepared and confident in attending office hours and can lead to more productive conversations. Mistake number 7, not personally inviting students to office hours. It's a good idea to personally invite students to office hours, especially if they are having a hard time academically. Some students might be afraid to ask for help, or they might not feel confident enough to seek it out on their own. By inviting them personally, you can make them feel more obligated to come, and it could really benefit their future performance. Also, when students email you to say they will be absent, take the opportunity to encourage them to come to office hours to go over the material from that day. Taking the initiative to invite students to office hours shows that you care about their success and are willing to go the extra mile to support them. Mistake number 8, not offering extra credit for office hours. Extra credit can be a powerful motivator, especially for those who need to improve their grades. While this may be controversial for some faculty, it can be a helpful way to encourage students to attend office hours. It's important to note that this shouldn't be the only reasons for students to attend, but it can be a useful incentive. If you are unsure about offering extra credit for office hours, why not give it a try and see how it works for you and your students. Mistake number 9, not believing as the instructor in the value of office hours. Let me explain. If you are not fully convinced of the importance of office hours, it will show in how you talk about them, and students will pick up on that. In research, students have reported feeling like a burden for coming to office hours, or feeling stupid for asking certain questions, or being concerned about their grades. Make sure you provide a welcoming and supportive environment for your students during office hours. Remember, while students may come to office hours to discuss class-related questions, they also come for emotional support. The office hour conversation should be a win-win situation where both you and your students benefit. The more students come to your office hours, the more you can learn about their world and help other students with similar interests, majors, struggles, and backgrounds. This cycle of feedback is valuable for your course development and can help you provide the kind of learning that your students need or aspire to have. Also, building these relationships during office hours can be rewarding for future collaborations. Mistake number 10, not giving options in terms of time, location, or medium. Convenience can be a big factor in encouraging students to attend office hours, so it's important to consider their preferences. You can ask for input through forms, polls, or surveys at the beginning of the semester, or provide options when students sign up for office hours. Tools like Calendly can be helpful for showing different options for time, locations such as office, library, or coffee shop, and medium, in person or via Zoom. You can also allow students to come individually or in groups. It's important to remember that the primary benefit of office hours does not come from being in a physical office, but from the time and space that it creates for productive student-faculty engagement. So here you are, 10 mistakes and how to avoid them to create valuable office hour experiences for you and your students. We all know that frequent student-faculty interactions in and out of class is a key factor in student motivation and engagement. By having productive and meaningful conversations during office hours, you can help students achieve their academic goals and boost their confidence in their intellectual abilities. Thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments below if you have other tips that can improve our office hour practices. And if you find this video helpful, consider subscribing to this channel to get notifications of new videos. Take care, and I will see you in our next video.